Hey bloggers, this is Debbie from debbiestongalon.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy watermark for all of your pictures and graphics that belong to you and that you place onto your blog. You want to do this for two reasons. Number one is branding. You want to have your address, your URL, or your name somewhere on all of your pictures and graphics to show where they originated from, who made them. And second, it's for protection. It's so that no one will be able to use your pictures, especially photographs that you've created, for themselves. And so you always want to be putting a watermark somewhere on your graphics or your pictures that you're going to put on your blog. We're going to do this today in PicMonkey. It's a very simple editing and creation of graphics program, and it's free. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out here. It's PicMonkey.com, and I'm going to start in design. Now in design, a pop down will come up and there's all these different options. For our option today, we're just going to use a square, but you could at any time come in and make your own Facebook cover. You can make different size of graphics that you might want to use for Pinterest, or you can make a custom size. If I just click the T above design, then it will automatically just give me a white box. That's great. That's all I need for today, and I'm actually going to keep it as a white box for right now. You will see over here it says canvas color. You could make this any color you want, but for our purposes right now, we're just going to say apply and make this a white box. Now I'm going to go to the text. The text is down here where it says TT. I'm going to click it. I'm going to get some different text choices. You can make anything that you want. There's ones that they have here under ours, and there's ones that you have in your font book or in your font files on your computer. So you can use either. I'm going to use this one they have, franchise, and I just click add text, and it gives me a box where I can type my text. So I'm going to write my name, and I'm going to make my watermark look a little bit different. So I'm going to say Debbie on the bottom and then stongalon.com, Debbie on the top, and stongalon.com on the bottom. So there's my box with my text. So now I want to do a little bit of editing. So I come over here to this text box and I want to center my text. And I also want to make the Debbie part a little bit bigger. So I double click on it and I can change the size of just my first name. I don't have to do my last name. I'm going to make it about that big, maybe a little smaller. There we go. And now there's my name. Now I want to add something fun. So I'm going to go here to overlays. It's the butterfly in the left column. I'm going to click it. And I'm going to go into comic bubbles and pick this comic bubble here. So now it pops up over the top of my name, and I'm going to actually make it cover my whole name, and you'll see why in just a second. But I'm going to drag the corners to make it larger, and now it covers my name. Now I want my name to show through. So all I have to do is come over here to this overlay edit box, and I'm going to keep color 1 as black, and I'm going to change color 2 to transparent. Now my name pops through. So now I can adjust this by just clicking and holding with my mouse, and there I have a watermark. Kind of fun, just different. You could make yours round, you can make it square, you can make it long. You'll notice on my blog, mine are all very long, and I put them at the bottom of my pictures, and so that's usually how I do it. But for today, I'm making something kind of fun. Now I want to make sure that this is going to lay on top of a picture or a graphic and look really nice. So what I need to do is go back over here to where it says basic edits, and I'm going to click this in the left corner, and I'm going to go back here to canvas color. When I click in canvas color, I get this screen, mini screen here, and what I want to do is come down and click transparent canvas. Now the color's been taken away from the back, and just my graphics that I made have stayed. So I'm going to apply that. And then the next thing I need to do is crop this. I don't need all this space all around the corners, and so I'm going to crop this to be smaller. So I will drag the corners to make them smaller. You can also just do it from the outside lines. I'm going to make it so that it just kind of fits right in a smaller space. Then I'm going to click apply. Now this is a very large watermark. I don't need it this big, so I'm going to go to the bottom here where it says resize, and it tells me it's 924 by 716. I definitely don't need it that big, so I'm going to make this one 300, and it will resize it to 300 232 for me. That's great, and I'm going to apply this. Now you can make your size anything that you want. I recommend anywhere between 300 and 800, just so that when you resize it on different sized graphics, you can make it bigger or smaller without it looking terribly pixelated. So you want to kind of pick a medium size, and that's a good range to stay inside. Now I want to do a couple things to save this watermark. And one of them is I'm going to save it in several colors and then as a fade. So to start this process, I'm going to go up here to save, and I'm going to just save this first one as a black watermark. So I'm just going to put fun black watermark. And this is very important. This right here needs to say PNG right here. PNG will allow this to be transparent. If I click this and I turn it into a JPEG, it will have a white background or any other color that I choose, but it won't be transparent. So I want to keep it as a PNG. Then I'm going to save it to my computer, and I just have a little area set up here to do that. And so now it's saved as a black watermark. Now I want to also save it as a white watermark. So I'm going to come back and click on my name, and I can come in here and drag this color box here. I can either drag this around and make this all different colors, which white is 6 Fs, or I can actually click in here and type in the color that I want. So if you have a color for your blog that you're using and you want to use that color, you can type it in by highlighting these numbers and letters up here and typing in what you want. But I want white, so that's perfect. And then I'm going to also click on this outside box, and I'm going to come back here to color 1, and I'm going to make it white. So I'm going to click the white box. So sometimes it's really nice to have a white background or watermark on things. I use white a lot, most of the time, probably 90% of the time on my graphics. So that's my color of choice. So I'm going to save that as a PNG again, and I'm just going to say fun white watermark and save it again as a PNG to my computer, no problem. Now I want to make a faded watermark that maybe doesn't show up as bright as, say, a white or a black one does. So that might be for photographs that I have that I don't really want to take away from the photo, but I do want to make sure I have some security and protection on there. So I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to turn this back to black. So I'm going to, black is actually, the color code for black is 000000. So I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to do that again here on this box, this comic balloon that we made, and I'm going to turn the color 1 back to black. So if you look in here, you can do that either through clicking any of these boxes. I can make it any color I want. I can use this area up here and type in my own color combinations if I know the hex code, or I can just click this black box. Now what I can do is go here underneath colors, a little bar that says fade, and I can turn this over and it will start to fade that comic balloon box. And so I'm going to make it about 75%. So it will show up about 75% when I place it on top of a photo. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my name. So I can click over here, and I'm going to do about 75%. So now you can see it's kind of transparent on a transparent background. So I'm going to save this, and I'm just going to put still a PNG, and I'm going to save it to my computer. Now I'm going to show you how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and open a picture. You'll love it. So cute. Look at that little guy. He's 7 now, almost 8. It's not so small anymore. So here's a picture. I definitely want to protect this picture because it's my son, and I want to make sure that K2 doesn't fall into the hands of anyone who's a little bit questionable. So I'm going to put a watermark right on this picture. To do that, I open this picture, which I did from going here to open. And then I'm going to go down here to overlays. I'm going to click the butterfly, and you'll see where I had opened those comic bubbles. I'm going to scroll up to the top, and you'll see a box here that says your own. When I open my own, it opens, I can open any file and find my watermarks that I just created. So I'm going to open this transparent one. We'll add all of them so you can see what they look like. And so here is my transparent background. It's kind of hard to see. I'm going to put it on top of his face. You'll see there it is. So I can bring it down here and put it in the corner. And I can resize it. I can put it in this corner if I want. I could resize it. But now I have my watermark, and you can see that it's kind of transparent. It doesn't take away from this photo, but you know that this is my photo. So I'll also show you what it looks like to have the black and white ones on there. So again, I'm in this butterfly overlays section of PicMonkey. I go to your own. I'm going to click my fun black watermark, and there it pops up. And I can put this anywhere I want. We'll just put it down here in the corner so that you can see that you can place a watermark right on a picture. That one's a little bit more pronounced. And we'll do one more. I'll put the white one on just so you can see it for this particular demonstration. So this one I can just bring up here and could put it like way up here in the corner. And so you know this is my picture now. So now all I have to do is save this, and those watermarks will be on there permanently. And that protects my pictures. And it also brands them so that people know where these came from. And this is a very simple process, but one that you need to do, especially if you're a newer blogger and you've been putting pictures and graphics. You can do this on a regular graphic. You can create one in PicMonkey, and then all you have to do is go back here to overlays and click your own and put your watermark you've already created onto anything. So make sure you get this done, because this is an important part of blogging and is protecting and branding your images, and it will do a lot for promotion for you, especially on places like Pinterest, because then people are going to be seeing your watermark and know exactly where it came from, and they'll know how to reach you if there's something that they like, or they want to know more information about, or they want to read an article that maybe goes with the graphic or picture that you've made. So it's definitely an important part of blogging, and I hope that it's become a little easier for you. With that said, remember, you can do this.